Yeah,
1126.
yeah.
I wanna know what they're gonna do with, about the house next door to me, where Mr. Mathis used to live, what's that address?
1109.
1109. You know, there's somebody living in the house, but beyond that, that's not the worst thing. Beyond that, I understand that the family doesn't own it, or the state has it, or something like that.
Is it ever?
Yeah, and they're not doing anything with the grass, or, the state, or the city, or whoever, somebody's gotta be responsible for it. They're not doing anything with that house, and I paid for the front of that to be cut, this summer, because it was getting so tall. And in the back, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Well,
So we
can't
do nothing about that, I don't know.
We're not, and we're not gonna prolong this, but we've got documentation where we've emailed over the years. The last documentation we sent a list of houses that included that one, that was supposed to be taken care of. I probably got it here in my notebook. So we've tried everything, so I don't know it's not that we've not tried, we've done everything that we physically know how. But that's just one of those things that, where you go out crazy, which sometimes I feel that's what's the only way you can get things done is just go out crazy. That's ridiculous. It's unfair. At one time, I go by that 3 times a day, and it's ridiculous. So the only thing I know, Tom, is that we just have to go act crazy somewhere.
What do we send the letters to? Who's got control of it now? Is it the state or city or who?
I don't know.
You have to check it out up there.
We actually read that list of the emails here at the meeting, and along with a whole bunch of lists, and everything that has been, we try to document because they'll say, well, we didn't know anything about, we got all this.
Would you have a phone number I can call you, because I can go back with the old codes people making fun of people.
That's what I'm saying, when you talk to me about it.
State's got the house.
But what happens is that I complain all the time, and everybody zeroes in on me.
Right. And there's a
That's
abandoned
wrong.
house next
That's
to
wrong.
that.
Look, it's wrong.
That's where the kids are hanging out. I saw them hanging out.
We just have to
on
get
the
out
front
that
porch of
crazy,
that one.
because I do act crazy, that's why I get responsible. They say, well, you know what they have to say? That's just a complaint. No, they don't just, we complain all the time. So that's why.
Our house and that house and the abandoned house.
Right.
Right.
And you're talking about the White House?
Yes.
in
I'm not
Foster.
worried about, I know you can see you said it.
We set off that house for about 4 hours.
But I shouldn't be the one,
Yeah.
I should not be the one sinning, that's what I'm saying.
Someone called or something happened and they went up to the
It's from the organization, I thought.
to the house and they ran. Our neighbor was sitting on the porch because he smokes early in the morning.
Uh-huh.
And so they came up and the people, the perpetrators, they left, they ran out, went out the alleyway.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're doing some things in there. There's some things
Right.
going on.
Because we got a homicide suspect out of that house a couple of years ago.
Right.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened, and it's just,
Here, I'm sorry, here's the, here's the email, this is sent on January 21st to James Brinkley. Y'all remember, we had him
Yeah.
from Coles out here.
yeah.
He asked us to do a list of questions, which we did, and which he responded, but we know that none of the rules apply to us, that. Said, and this is his response, we sent the list,
We see some kids.
Well,
of the house. Okay, it says, as we discussed at the meeting, I intend that some of these properties have absentee owners and do not yet meet the demolition criteria as set forth by the Unified Code of Wyandotte County. Some of these meet the tax sale criteria. I, however, cannot request property to be submitted to sale. The first one is 1109 Everett. Now, here's what he says, which we read at the meeting. It says, unfit absentee landlord owner will not meet demo. And what does that mean? That means it just sits there.
I mean, that it'll go to the tax sale eventually.
So,
It's frustrating.
It's frustrating, I agonize more than you.
Listen, from the community policing standpoint, this is what we can do. Even though this is, you know, Pittman's district, the way I was taught community policing is it's village. So just because it's his district, I'm just as vested as he is, okay? So this is what I will ask of you guys, just so he can get on board. He doesn't know like the issues that, you know, Jeff's passed on some stuff, which is good, because Jeff was very good.
He's very
If there's
good.
something that's going on in your neighborhood, he has to know about it. So he can leave you your email, his email, his desk. As soon as we walk in the mornings, first thing we do is we turn our computers on to see who called us. And then we write down everything. He's good at returning phone calls. He's good at going back over whatever's going on. And today he called me mom. I'm like, okay, I'll take that. You know, because what most people want is to know that your problem is our problem and that we're on it. And even if we can't get it resolved this year, it might be 5 years from now, who knows? But at least he'll get back with you and say, hey, listen, this is what I found out. So the stuff that you give him today, or you email, or you send it by Ms. Harrison, because we see her, you know, pretty much every day. However we get it, just as long as you get him the information with the addresses. And it doesn't matter, even if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, call his phone, because he's not at it, but at least we'll have that information. And he can get it in the morning.
I can't pull up the messages yet.
Still? Oh, my phone. Gosh.
What's
He's still
the
working.
address?
1109 Everett.
Now, you said there's vagrants hanging out there?
That's
So what
12th
is it?
Street. The one
Yeah,
you
I
talking
knew,
about.
yeah. That's the one next to that house, because I saw him on the
For
porch the
now,
other
he's
day.
giving him my message,
Okay.
so he gets his over. And that's, he sits right next to me. So I'll just, you know, slap him upside the back of his head gently.
She does that every
I do.
day. So-
That if you're having an issue, I will go out with him. And it's 4 of us in each division. And we're divided to 2, so south and east work together. So essentially, it could be 8 of us at one time, along with the supervisor. So if it's something that bad, we'll drive through, we'll start standing, you know, and it's good that, you know, Major's here, because he has the whole night division citywide. So if there's some, that's why he's asking if there's a specific address, he's gonna have somebody go by there tonight. Tomorrow, he and I will go by there. You know, I've been back in community policing 1 week, but I was there before, so it was easier for me. He wasn't there, so he doesn't understand, you know, but like I said,
Oh, I know, there's a lot of
It's a lot.
roadblocks.
it's a lot.
But let me just state, Mr. Williams sits right between that house, which is obnoxious, what goes on there, and the house right next door to him, which is vacant, which the city, sold it, took out, and Mr. Brinkley said they have a certain, and Chris Slaughter, when they sell those properties, a certain length of time they have to complete it. Well, how long, he hasn't been back there, what now?
He hasn't been back there in a year and a half.
He hasn't been back
What's
there.
your address?
11:15, he's 11:15, and we can't get any action, that's what's so, and even the mayor, when we had our event on June 18th, he commented, he said, I hear this house, which is a nice house, sits between those 2 houses, it means absolutely nothing to him. And he has to agonize with that, and you see, most of us are old, and then they wonder why we have health problems out here. And that's the kind of crap that we can't get any action, so then when you go act crazy, or say, well, that's all they do is complain. And you say, even the mayor, you would think that saw that plus that house that would be torn up, that meant absolutely nothing to him.
Well, see, we don't look at it as you're complaining, we look at it as you live there, you are vested in your community.
Nothing, we're not, the community police, no, we have nothing but respect for
No,
y'all,
you
y'all
guys,
done
no, that's what I'm
fast.
saying.
I'm speaking
We
of
with
city
you.
of.
No, we
of
with you,
city
Mr.
people.
Owens. All I ask is that you give him the addresses so we can take sometimes it takes a different set of eyes. Fresh set of eyes and a different personality, and I definitely have that. A
Oh,
different
that's
personality.
for sure.
1109 Everett,
I got that one.
and then what's the other address?
1121, the one right next to you.
1121, the other one. Now, the 1121, the guy bought the house, he came in there and worked on it previously for a whole summer.
Sure did.
And then all of a sudden, he stopped, he told me that he had a family, matter of fact, I saw a family out there looking at, was gonna move in there, blah, blah, blah. I called him about his grass this summer, and he says, oh, I got a guy that I'm gonna move in there and all, you know, that's just, I'm tired, I'm not his babysitter. I'm too old. So I'm sick of talking to people with excuse. I'm not the temperament for that one. So, you know, I don't care what they do. They can tear it down for what he's done. He's put a lot of money and work into it. But when you talk to him, you get nothing but the same old thing washed over again.
Well, bottom line is that Mr. Brinkley and Mr. Slaughter stated the way the property was passed on. He should be called in, he should be fined, he should be in
Yes.
court, but nothing, that doesn't happen. And that's why I say the rules doesn't apply to us. He stated that, Mr. Brinkley, right here at this meeting.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yes.
So the 1,200 Everett is our biggest issue as far as.
Well, I do know that recently they have in place now the administrative actions that can be taken. And so we need to use that process if possible, because to see if it will, you know, because before, because that's one of the things they did mention in the Liverpool neighborhood meeting. Greg Talkin said that the administrative process is available now. There isn't a judge, you know, that if we are running into those kinds of code violations and those kinds of things, we need to report them. So maybe we could do it as a neighborhood, you know, report it as a neighborhood. Not just one house, but the houses that we're, you know, that are, and see if anything can be done with the group of houses that we have complaints about.
I just want to be clear, so I'm going to email Major. He wants the houses that we know people are hanging out in. That's the 1,200 Everett. And Ms. Harrison, did you have one?
1,200 Oakland.
Any more that we can start on tonight?
Is there one at 1,200 Everett? I don't think it's.
No.
It's the one at
no.
1,200.
That's Ms. Coleman's house.
I mean,
1,200 is okay.
okay, because he just gave it to me and I'm like, we got your house tonight?
That's one-
That's fine, he can come
1,200 Oakland
You
is
see
okay.
SWAT deal happen.
1,200 Oakland.
Good stroke.
No, 1,200 Oakland is where they have the problem.
Oh, okay.
People
area.
going in and out of the house.
She said a 1,200 block, not the address
Oh,
1,200. So that's the block.
But it's the house at
actually
1,200.
It's
That's,
actually
it's actually 1,200.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
is it vacant?
But you just said that's her
No,
home.
there are people in it.
That's
Everett.
Now, Everett is okay. I mean, because there's a lady that lives at 1,200 Everett.
Anything besides 1,200 Oakland that we need to do tonight?
You need, right across the street from me, they worked on it for another, that's a 10-year sore too. That, they worked on, still having drugs on a lot of traffic across the street from our garden at 11th and, what's that, 1138 or something over there, I don't know.
They still having problem traffic?
Yeah, well, yeah, you know, it's slick now, they drive up and soon, they go in the house, stay a minute, and they come in and go out, you know, and, you know, they do, they still having problems up there, but, and it's been there a long time, I haven't said anything, because I'm tired.
Well, perhaps we could just get the information and give, you know, we could write that down, the list of the houses, and then
Send it to
share
me.
that information with,
And what we need are the ones that are black, which are,
Right,
you know, the
so
ones
we could do
that are just
that.
eyesores, and the ones that have residents in them that are wreaking havoc, that's what we're here for. I mean, really, you know, the ones that have habitat, I mean, they're living there, we can do something about that, we have resources. And even the ones that when you're saying, you know, and I get it, you're tired of living, I get it. You're tired of living next door to something that over and over and over again, every year you hear the same thing, I got it. But some laws have changed. But nobody may have gone back and researched and said, hey, listen, here's his address again. So that's why I'm asking for a specific address, is because Pittman can actually go next door, we're right next door to codes. Hey, listen, pull this up and see what we have. I just did 2 for my area that they had forgotten about. It's a done deal, we're going back August 29th. So, I get frustration, I get it, but let us, you know, let's do it again, let's try again.
Then, the house, like you said, we need to get a list of addresses and get it to them, because even the house west of 1121, they got another situation there, nobody's lived in that place for 10 years. And,
So they probably ran off from somewhere else, because we probably shut them down somewhere else.
Yeah, right.
And that's one of the biggest issues that we have, we will shut a drug house down, the next thing you know, they'll find somewhere else to live, because, you know, they put it in their mama name or one of their kids' names. So that is a huge problem for us, but the big and good news is now, we have the resources where if you live somewhere and you don't stay there, and BPU is in somebody else's name, I'm shutting you down.
well, no, this house, nobody's lived there for a long time. It's not a drug house, it's an empty house. It's one of those little duplexes on the south side of the street. But it's west of 1121, I don't know that.
Tom, this is a copy of the email that we sent back in January, and I've got some responses from it, and all of these addresses are on the list, but we'll get a list and get it to you, because
Yeah,
we'll
as soon
probably
as you
need to
do.
move
Okay,
on.
okay.
You give her your
We'll
email?
get it.
Okay, let's do that, let's do that. Let's do that.
That's my email.
Well, I love my party.
What's
Okay?
Y'all give it to the
What's the
president.
city
Oh, I'm
office,
Just
sorry.
pass it down.
what's the thing about folks having roosters in their backyard?
Email it to me.
It's legal.
Huh?
It's legal, that's one behind me. I tried.
Roosters?
Yes, that crap
Roosters?
is legal. I already
You
tried.
might as well put horses in there then, a few cows.
Well, it depends on where you live in Kansas City.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the horses, they like quite a rooster.
Romberdale, they run wild.
It's legal. I have one, trust me. I hate it. I tried to feed it, but, you know, that
So
didn't
how
work.
do we get in touch with you?
573-8727, I
Okay,
believe is.
okay.
It should be fixed by tomorrow.
she said-
His system was a little messed up, that's why. We had to call it.
Yes, no one cares about it.
Mine worked. Hey, I cared because I called to get it fixed.
Thanks, Elaine.
She has a hand in it.
I'm in everybody's business, so you know what? I am, that's why I'm in everybody's business in that office. He
Yes,
knows.
Gordy.
You know, the house that was, you called that when the team came out, about 13 cars, that, the house on the south side of Everett, the 1200 block of Everett, that house that was, what do you call that, they came out and